you see a bit of foreshadowing in terms of what Timothée Chalamet's character went through, which prepared him for what his character had to do later on in the film, in terms of his character watching those videos about the sandworms and the sandwalk and just his education and learning that, and then his sword training, his sword fighting, in terms of his combat training, and then his mom training him with the Bene Gesserit in terms of using the voice, the language, the silent language, doing all of that. All of that came into play later in the film as he had to utilize all those as they had the attack on their house and they had to leave. And there was just the two of them using all of those things later in the film when they were in the desert and doing the sandwalk, when he had to have the trial by combat, which he eventually won. So all of those things that he was doing earlier in the film definitely came into play. Another thing is Zendaya's character. She starts the movie off talking, but she had limited screen time, less dialogue, but she had a presence and it was impactful. And obviously she has more screen time, she has more lines in the second film, probably in the third film as well. But just something to point out, just because you're not talking a lot, you don't have a lot of dialogue, but what you can do is make it impactful when you are on screen. And that's exactly what she did with her character in this first Dune Part One film. So that's something I wanted to mention in that as well. And then also there are some things in this film in terms of the Bene Gesserit that we were able to see that they set up in this film in terms of a peek into that world that eventually set up the Dune Prophecy show that is on HBO Max season 1. And then we got more into that in the actual show. Enjoyed that show. And of course, Dune Prophecy season 2 is currently in production right now.